against Gen G was Cuz in particular, always being ahead on tempo. And we haven't seen him be able to do that in this entire series. And I think we don't want a 3-0. I know I predicted a 3-0, and we can lean into the memes.
Yeah.
It'd be way better if at least get us to a game 4. You know, give the
because
Andes.
then it would be my prediction.
Give something to the Andes.
It's really important to me, okay? I need my 3-1 to be correct.
Oh, like the Ziggs ban here. Good shout out. With less AD carries now available, you're going to be going towards something like Isaiah, for example. If you end up playing into Ziggs, it's bad. It's really bad. It's not fun. Well, let's play the video game, and I mean, this is the least hot take of all time. You know, this is cold, straight up cold. But get BDD.
Cold take.
Get BDD on something where he can impact more. I think the Talia was actually fine to me. I wasn't as bothered by that one, but I don't want to see BDD on any.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's okay if they have a jungle to go along with it
Sure.
to actually make plays, but Annie and Trundle for BDD Cuz, that's just like, I don't know. It just did not hit quite that well. As Renekton going to be taken away from Perfect, so trying to deny some comfort here.
Looking at the picks that are still available, Rise, I was about to say high up there, would give us a lot of what we want. And a lot of the Rise counter picks haven't felt that great. Cassio has been the one that has been the most successful. Victor, I feel like it's just not in the best of spots, and also I don't really want to see Zeka on Victor. I don't think that's what they need. So Ambessa, I think, could just be blinded here as well. Like, we are getting to the point where a champion like that could be very high up. We also haven't mentioned Yunara, which Wukong's banned, Vi's banned. Really, Yunara to me feels kind of like the Zeri checklist. Obviously, the champions play differently in practice, but there is a lot of overlap in that. You do need a way to guaranteed lock her down. No Jarvan, no Pantheon, no Vi, and no Wukong. What will the answer of Cuz be here?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good question.
That's a perfect
maybe like
classic.
A Nocturne or...
It's been good on that. Yeah, I guess. Nocturne Rise is kind of a classic combo.
Yeah.
But like Nocturne Rise Cassante...
Doesn't inspire that much joy. Thinking about a Smolder.
I am really worried about jungle. As a Duck Dump, little grin there, gets to play the dragon. I'm like, there is no flex either. This is all very set in stone. Wanted to try and think of a way, but there's just no.
Nope.
No flexing. Just going to beat the Smolder in the hands of Duckdom. Docker's on a dragon. As that is a pick that does not fill us with excitement, even though it is. I mean, it's hard to pick a most iconic pick for Pina because there's a lot of eras, but this one is definitely high up there. Not quite Maokai level, but it is exceptional though with the Ambessa, and it also makes me believe that they're going to be looking for a more lane dominant support. Like Nico obviously is one we often see, but Lulu is another to try and make sure that they still have guaranteed engage. And between Ambessa and the Sejuani, it does give you a lot of tools, as they are going to ban first the Silas, which actually is a really good shout. I hadn't thought of him, but even though he himself doesn't have guaranteed backline access, if he gets an Ambessa ult. And obviously even the ultimate of Sejuani is a lot of value. You don't have to ban Trundle because it's gone.
Yeah. That's the wonderful thing about Fearless. These drafts begin to mutate and develop as we get along here. The Galio taken away from Zeka, thinking that maybe they're just going to go for a full-on protect the Yunara plus Ambessa comp.
When you say develop, all I can think of the bottle of BDD Classic that we have.
2018.
Give us something. And again, not talking about BDD specifically, but more so KT being in a position where he can actually make the impact. I think on the Rise, we're feeling a lot better about that, as we do not know what mid lane is going to be here for Hanwha Life. And the Skarner also gets taken away here from Cuz, which I think if it's Cassante Skarner, it would really lean into what you were saying, just full on protect the Smolder. I think instead of Skarner, I'd rather have seen an Ivern band though. I know it is a niche jungler, but like this is the type of setup where, you know, for a lot of teams, if you get Ivern and Smolder in a good position to carry, that should be enough to win the game. There's also no Tryndamere in this one, which I think also helps.
Well, there could be if they really wanted to go for an AD mid, but
no, it's Tryndamere jungle, the inspired classic.
Yeah, no,
no, it's not.
Let's not do that. Thinking about a mid laner, looks like it will be TF. And so not anything melee to go along with the Sejuani, but you have excellent pick potential. Just throw out a Sejuani ultimate, throw out a gold card. You can follow up easily with the Ambessa.
What is it going to be for Cuzzer? There's some Cuz classics, you know, the Zac is one we often talk about, that really not a lot of other players play besides him.
Viego.
This is not a Viego draft. Oh my god. Please don't.
It's a Cuz classic.
I know it's a Cuz classic. And there's been many drafts where I'm like, you know in the last game, that would have been a Viego angle. Imagine if it's any Viego instead. That would have been wonderful. What is it going to be? Nocturne. Yeah. It's fine. Nocturne into TF is something that we've talked about at length. I think the power paranoia works well, but like, who's going to dive with this Nocturne? Like, your side laning pressure will be safe, but I don't know. Was the light going to pick into this Nautilus? Braum is open.
He's smiling. It's Camille! And... okay. It's into
what the hell?
So I feel like it should be totally fine in this lane. Especially with the
so
Inara.
Cool. Oh, Delight. Well, to really ensure that they have another way of diving the Smolder, they added a guaranteed jail. Now, is it... That said, is this really a Camille angle? I don't think so. Because I think that you have Cassante, who is able to drag her out. You have Nocturne, that's going to make it really hard for the rest of your team. I don't know. I'm just going to enjoy the fact that we're having to deal sport again. If you haven't seen it, it used to be all the rage with the Halo Blades. You're very strong in the early levels. And your R is going to get a lot of value. Also, Delight playing something fun, I will enjoy. But really, all this does is make me believe that a Game 4 is possible, Valdez. That's what it's doing.
Well, apparently there was a baseball game between Hanwha and KT today, which Hanwha did win. We'll see if the same can happen here over at League of Legends. Currently is looking that way as we are ready. Let's hop into the Rift for game number 3.
오신 것을 환영합니다.
So do we have a change in build? Is it going to be like Spellbook Camille? Are we go? No, that's Halo Blades. Alrighty.
She does the attack fast in a burst.
Oh yeah. And Yunara has had a really interesting development, because remember before she came out, a lot of pros were like, I don't know, her laning phase is rough. And then Rude was like, no, you are all bad. It's broken.
Her laning phase is actually maybe the best.
Oh, we're doing it again. It's fine. It's fine. I liked it.
Fine.
I liked it more in the other setup. Because to me, I know Smolder top can be very obnoxious to play into. But Ambessa is one of those picks where, I guess for the first couple of levels, she doesn't really have the skills or the haste to bounce around as much. So you will probably still be fine. And Smolder gets to stack a little bit. I do worry a little bit about the 2v2 in bot, though. I'll have to see. Camille does obviously have a ton of damage available.
Well,
yeah.
Just going in, taking trades with Halo Blades, and if you are a melee champion, you do not survive.
No, you don't. Not the best level 1 trade I've ever seen here for KT. Really hurting my my confidence in that promised game 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, at least Doctor will be stacking nicely, so that's something. But it's kind of, you know how Ambessa doesn't get that many hops? Like, I think that Doctor doesn't get to, you get to stack a decent amount. But for me, Smolder is, yeah, there you go. Is one of those champions that I think really excels when you can just stack in mid-game. Because early game, like, you just don't have that many ways to stack consistently compared to when you get a couple of points, right? You get your different skills. As that
DK Kellen.
That's a throwback. Spring playoffs. So that's the last time we still saw the Camille support come out. I feel like it is pretty self-explanatory. It has a really impressive laning phase. And you have guaranteed lockdown with your ultimate when it comes to it.
Let me ask you a question, Chronicler. Which one do you like more, Camille or Rammus support?
I think this is really mean. I don't think this is necessary.
Uh-huh.
You didn't have to bring that back up.
I was just curious. I just want, you know, we've seen a lot of weird new picks in the support lane, support position, especially engaged supports in Fearless when we get into later games.
No, you know what you did.
Wow.
Oh, tempo barrier there for Viper. Like it a lot. Make sure that he can get the recall off. No, rude. As
so,
he might be in
what's
trouble.
The answer?
No!
Here's Delight. And he's going to flash on in, but BDD can easily answer the double flash with his own flash.
And that's a bit of a mistake from Zeka. A split second later on his stun. And that play ends up working.
Does Zeus go down? Here's the question. The flash auto from the Nautilus should just get it done, but Peter might be going down as he had to use the flash to get it done. But some assists, and at least Viper's here to get the wave.
That was very close to not working. Peter, actually, that was a crazy curved hook. The fact he got the hook there onto Zeus, I think, saves that play. Otherwise, it's a bit of a disaster. Instead, the trade comes through. Nocturne getting a kill is great, though. You always want to try and get those as early as possible. Because if we take another look here, as highlighted, Nocturne's not the best dive champion, it's pretty telegraphed. But Peter obviously is quite strong. Watch the hook that comes through here. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But that's the one that allows them to actually take them down. There's definitely enough damage. Dogdom also was in the solo lane, so he actually was decently leveled. Gold not really going to change substantially, but that was 2 flashes invested for just BDDs. So again, Zeka, if he's a split second later there, and Delight actually does get his, which he did well, the flashy off. He also knocked back the Rise, and the initial stun comes in, so like, I think he's just always dead. Doesn't end up happening though, is nice.
Ooh, Slurkle kill. You don't see those every day.
Not you two.
I mean, we're just all on the Slurkle hype train.
Not all. Not all.
Very hyped for it. It's a fantastic addition to our league.
He hooked him out of hookshot there. Nicely done, Peter.
Yeah.
Kind of on fire here early on.
Well, he knows that somebody's got to make the plays. And the Nautilus selected here to deal with the Yunara. But also just very good at making plays. Plant some hooks, get some flashes going, make some plays.
And he's been, I think Peter has been really performing admirably throughout the whole day. As the plate comes through. And to remind everyone, both these teams are still in the upper bracket. Winner is guaranteed to be in the grand final in Incheon. And the loser will be playing the winner of tomorrow's match, which is a toss-up between T1 and Gen.G, and also not the expected. Not even lower bracket final, it's just lower bracket.
Yeah. And this is just going to be secured by Peanut. You do see the Destiny coming out here, so actually trying to make a play on a Peanut who is very far behind enemy lines.
Very dead.
And no execution will be coming through. They can easily give this kill over to the carry, who is BDD. It's pretty nice. They got some leads in mid and in jungle now, even ahead of the TF.
And Zeka also using his ultimate there, doesn't actually get any value out of it. Nocturne gets another stack of his ultimate hunter, and really the only price KT have to pay is that the top side had to be abandoned because Doctom can't stay there by himself, and obviously they overloaded the bottom half of the map. So there's going to be a plate. Not really going to make that much of a difference in gold, but I do think KT are feeling good about how this early game is playing out, and the TF that's even is behind. So, thus far, not too much that Zeka has been able to find, and Cuz with a lead is also something that I think KT fans are going to be very happy about.
Yeah, he gets level 6, and has been going for the Hex Plate pretty consistently when he does play this pick. And we'll see what that looks like as we do come along in this game. Very excited for TF to try to cast his ult and get value just to have Paranoia in his face. We'll see if Cuz can be proactive and try to make plays. You were talking about who's going to dive with the Nocturne. We'll have to wait and see if maybe it can be Nautilus, maybe it can be Rise. I suppose Cassante can get in there as well. But even just denying Zeka playmaking ability and being proactive with that Paranoia could be worth it.
A lot of issues that both teams need to solve here. We do see that the Light has not been able to really get the most out of the Camille support. Again, is one of those picks where I think you really want to try and play for lane a lot, because this is ultimate available, but doesn't look like Zeka is within range. We'll have to see. I don't know if KT can contest this. Smolder has to catch the wave. They do have Cassante on the way. Zeus has TP, so this could end up being a 5v5.
I mean, Peter is just running on in there as in will go Cuz as well. That is secured by Delight, of all people. So going to pick up that.
Huh.
I'm not sure how that managed to happen.
That's not like one.
Yeah.
Giving over a kill, you get 2 grubs. It's not even one. Even 3 grubs, I don't think is necessarily worth it.
Yeah.
But Cuz is popping off early on. That's another kill in the books for him. So I don't know if they were like hoping to get something going here, but it's very straightforward. I think Dokkan would have liked the kill, try to get it, but killing him there as fast as possible definitely makes sense. It's Peanut maybe looking for a play here, as they do spot them out, but Nocturne's there.
Yeah.
So the coverage comes through, and that's the second ultimate from Zeka. And neither ult really finding anything. Does mean that things are looking okay as BDD phase rushing, and he's just fine. They're not finding a lot here, or Hanwha.
Yeah.
I'm feeling good, Valdez. These are promising signs.
All right, it's going to flash and press our buttons on a Duck Dom. The hook shot is going to force the flash away. As the turret shot taken here, we got a Rise looking to join the party. BDD does have his flash. In he goes on to Delight, who is not having a lot of fun. BDD taking a long time to take the kill, but eventually will. And it is another good play for BDD.
And Zeka can't join the play because he used his flash, or his ultimate earlier there. BDD still had his Realm Warp, and as I was saying, good signs. As the aggression there from Delight and Viper doesn't quite end up panning out. Should have seen that one coming though, like given that your TF is looking to base and doesn't have his ultimate available, very aggressive player, good exhauster onto Viper, I think otherwise Dokkan might have just died. And then there we have Dokkan also with a good flash to not get hookshot, which again would have taken him down as well. BDD just flashing to secure the kill, not giving the opportunity for the TF to roam up. And Zeka also decides that, yeah, there isn't really a play to be made there. So the gold lead for KT, it's there. It's nothing major. And we have to see how the actual fights play out, but it's a good start. We haven't talked about top lane yet, though. And that is not going to get better.
Yeah, top lane, schmop lane.
No, that is a Bessa. That is a problem.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's just sitting there getting free farm and chilling out, essentially.
Living his best life.
He got Eclipse. He is a champion. And Perfect is laning against Viper. So, not feeling very good. It's not the biggest lead we have on the Rift. That one will go to Cuz, who is very far ahead of the Sejuani. Peanut's going to have a very delayed hard steal in this game.
I wonder if they're trying to set up a bait here with Zeka posturing that far forward, knowing Nocturne's around. Hanwha Life obviously want to play for this Dragon. Double Dragon will be big. Allow them to kind of bolster up the team as well. And there are still a lot of great Drakes available. And they are going to start it up here. Both Rise and Mbessa have teleport available. Zeka almost has his ult. KT, I do think they're going to look for the contest here, but they don't have a lot of river control.
Yeah, it's going to feel a bit forced from them. The Slurkle's going to hit Peter, and so will the gold card. As Paranoia does come out, they just engage on a Peter. As that front line is being torn to shreds by the Smolder, though. It's 2 kills to the Ambessa and Zeus. Look at Viper as well, moving forward. As now the shredding going the way of Humble Life Esports. Viper flashes away and gets to safety and snipes him down alongside of Zeus.
It's a triple!
Looking for more. Will it be another Quadra? No, that's taken by Viper.
Viper!
As he denies it, he will not get a Penta this time around. At least it wasn't Peanut, as he is dead. Flash over the wall. Duck Dom is basically just Ambessa food as Zeus picks up 4 kills. And you were just talking about the top lane, Chronicler.
Viper, you scumbag! don't give me that. Oh, I tried to get. No! You did not need to do that. As we take another look here. The fight set of the engage onto Peanut is okay, but I think there's a lot of time being bought there. And the people that are getting shredded are not the members that matter. It's the Camille as well as the Sejuani. So Viper's unchecked. Really doesn't take any risk there with that flash to make sure he doesn't get hit by the slow from the Smolder sneeze. And, you know, I get it. You're Yunara. Come on, man. Come on, give the Ambessa the Penta. And now, I don't even think he gets the Quadra because it's too long.
Yeah.
Because he didn't get that kill.
Unofficial Quadra. Now the second Quadra of sorts. Peanuts 1 was official on the Pantheon.
I have an update regarding my feelings.
Okay.
I am feeling worse about Game 4.
You're feeling great about your prediction, though.
Yeah, but I mean, can I be honest with everyone?
You've just got such a great read on the players and the teams.
I can't believe you never let me live that one down.
Never.
I actually don't care that much. I know that's a big meme.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. They're trying to kill Zeus here, and they might just be able to. The fear comes in. Zeus is just hitting the wave. He's like, well,
I'm dead.
I'm up here. I don't have flash. Like, I'm just dead. Meanwhile, Humble Life Esports trying to take down the mid-tier 1. They will not be able to. So, it's a bit of damage being done. KT are striking back and are keeping this one close.
Wait, hold up.
Yeah, I don't know. It's all a bait.
Okay, well,
question mark?
Cuz is dead.
Yeah.
So I guess it is.
It was all a bait. Good job by Zeka.
What is happening?
I suppose. Take a look at the mid lane, though, as that one is going down to Duck Dumb and Peter. They're just kind of getting free farm, so is BDD.
Is this solo queue or what is going on?
Yes. Yes, it's solo queue.
We got people TPing to where there's a Camille support in my game. It's very confusing. Cuz is dead. That's most of the gold lead for KT. So without Cuz, they can't fight. That's going to be Herald being taken. I feel like Zeka should not be continuously getting away with it, but it is. But he is, and I don't really know how. But he's also up almost 1,000 gold, and it will be if he gets his turret, which Perfect's going to make sure that that doesn't happen. How did he TP away from BDD? Like, how did that happen?
I think BDD just didn't get there on time.
Maybe, yeah. Or maybe he used his route before.
Yeah, it's possible. Don't know if we're going to get a replay of it, since it was essentially just him TPing to the top lane. Did bait in Cuz?
The bait worked. Yeah. They didn't get perfect as well. That would have been even better, but I don't think they're going to be complaining too much. As Viper, yeah, so the Ambessa is the big talking point, but there is also the almost 1k gold up Yunara. That is a big problem. Cole's now cashed in. Zeka is just on a ward.
This mid-game for Humble Life Esports is going to be
there's
pretty insane.
There's Shojin.
Shojin's is done. It's 2-item Ambessa. And the biggest issue about this mid-game is that it's Hextech Soul.
Yes.
And they have Double Dragon.
Yes.
So you're just accelerating so fast as Humble Life Esports. And as Duck Dom, you're like, guys, please, I just want to get my stacks. But you just don't have time.
You do not. Well, so I think it's the Smolder special where you just say, okay, you can have this Drake. And next Drake will get you.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think they can fight. I know that the gold lead doesn't look that big, but most of the gold is on Nocturne.
Yeah. That's why you don't only look at the gold leads.
Yes.
That's why we try to explain the intricate details.
And then TF will, I mean, Zeka might actually hit 2 items for this next upcoming fight, although he is still in jungle, so maybe he doesn't have the gold. But they're so strong. I don't really think you can fight here. Hexgate's going to allow them to take control of this pit as well. Viper is just able to hold Prio 1v2 there. And they're going to try and fight this. If you lose this fight, that's it. I think you just get knocked down to the lower bracket. This is going to be a breaking point in the game. If they do deny the Dragon, maybe just Cuz goes in and you get the Drake. That, I think, is fine. But if you lose an actual fight, like mid lane turret's going to be gone. And I don't think Smolder is going to be able to stack up whatsoever.
We have Rift Herald as well for Peanut.
Just play for the gold. Oh, God.
Zeka's actually chunking, as now they're just going to ult onto him, and Zeka kind of just laughs and says, okay, cool.
Yeah, I got TP.
You got the turret, you got the TP. I didn't think the TP would come through, but it did.
Yeah.
And the Drake goes over to Hanwha Life Esports, which KT were going to give up anyway.
Not bad for KT. Obviously not what you want to have happen, but the Small Bear and Rise comp does, as it turns out, need time to get to the point where they are big threats as top lane.
Yeah. I believe. I think he's got some really good skills.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it lasts this long.
No, it doesn't.
He's like, no, I got to get the farm.
That's a true top laner right there, by the way.
Can't miss the farm.
And he'll get the charge anyway. It's fine.
Yeah.
He will.
No.
No.
Realm Warp, though. Baits out the Realm Warp. And, yeah, I feel like we're really digging deep to try to find angles for KT Rolster, but I'm not seeing them.
I'm having a tough time, Velda.
Yeah, I don't think there are very many angles. And you might say, oh, it's only 2,000 gold and it's a TF. There's a chance, surely.
Thanks, Peanut. He knows we needed that one. It's kind of funny because I feel like in the last two games, Hanwha Life to me were just kind of like a machine. They were clean, and I'm not saying KT didn't have any good plays, particularly game one. I think they really were able to find a lot of counter punches. But I think Hanwha Life looked clean. They looked calculated, very methodical. Always had a plan. This game we're doing a lot more freestyling. We got Peanut just trying to like drift on the people. Zeka has had like 4, and like you said, he's a good place. He has 6 out of 7 kills he's been involved in. But it just none of the classic TF ones.
Ooh.
And is it gonna matter when Dokdam hits the stacks? Because they do have Ambessa, TF, and Camille support. Camille is going to like hookshot in from 3 screens away, press flash, and then press R on Dokdam. That is an inevitability.
Yeah. At least everybody will be burning as he dies. If they all pile in, you know?
Yeah, if they just like all engage in a straight line.
Yeah. Which probably won't happen.
The problem is, like, again, I think the gold lead, even the compositions, it doesn't feel that bad, but then you look at where the gold is, and the map state, and it is just rough, Veldes. Yeah, this is just Otacon gone.
The comps as well, it's taken too long for KT to do anything, and now they're scrambling, trying to get some vision in here. But it gets denied immediately. They saw it was at 8K, now it's at 3K, Cuz he's got to just try to send it. In he goes, he's not going to get it. And the hook here in onto TF doesn't do much of anything. Zeka doesn't have that RFC just yet, but I mean, they got the Otacon. They're totally fine with this. As now the re-engage comes in, that's on to Cassante. As, yeah, there it is, comes in. He pressed the buttons, he actually did it. Peter is just dead, as Delight will be as well. But still, look at the health bars. Zeka gets into the back line. They take out the Smolder. They deny the Realm Warp, which is gigantic, as Viper is just rolling over the entire team and takes them down. It's a full ace for Hanwha Life Esports.
And now Viper gets denied the Penta because Zeka got into the back line. Dokdam first. I love foreshadowing. As the Delight did the exact thing. Nice attempt here from Cuz. I understand the reasoning for KT. You can look at this and be like, guys, why are we fighting? You can't just keep giving everything up. They look for the steal, but I do think they should have just dipped immediately. I don't know why we're meandering there. And even though Perfect is able to kind of shrug it up, look at Delight, comes in from a mile away, even with Sayes missing the ult and Delight going down. Zeka's like, thank you, picks up the kill, and then here Peanut with the flash Q to ensure that they don't get out. And when Otacon was taken, we kind of knew. Now we really know. It's done.
Fear knowers.
It's just a sweep.
It's just a sweep. Hanwha Esports looking like the strongest team by far
Wow, no,
in the playoffs.
Don't give me the KT fan cam, no. Don't do that.
Oppression has been so brutal, so ruthless.
That's esports.
In recent times especially. They're like, no, I need to find the crying fan and put them on camera immediately.
Yeah, that happened to me in the D+ series as well.
Yeah.
It's great stuff. That's sports.
Yeah.
The ups and downs.
The roller coaster.
The roller coaster.
Yeah. Zeka does have Roa, but so does BDD. And BDD is not even level 14. The Rise is taking forever to get online as Peter looks to just be dead. No hope for him. Just trying to get some vision, I guess, right before this Hextech Soul goes over to HLE.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we can talk about it, but like at this point. Because this is your moment. You have triple Scryer. Come on, buddy.
He's
we're not doing
even
it.
going to try.
We're not doing the thing.
I think he should have done the thing.
I think he should have done the thing. There's no Baron up yet.
Yeah.
So I think you could have gotten away with it. Yeah, there's no Baron. It's Hextech Soul on TF Yunara.
Yeah.
Huh.
Makes you wonder, you know, where's the magic? What happened to KT? I do think it's a combination of Gen G, especially their mid jungle, not performing very well, and BDD and Cuz having a huge day out. The drafts being much better.
It's both, right? And I think that it's really, to me, is such a cool showcase. And I think we've seen this with so many teams in playoffs of, even though we have teams like Gen G and T1 for a larger part of the second half of the year, Hanwha Life for the first half, that looks so much better. The margins really aren't that big. And on the best day of one team versus a worst day of another, crazy things can happen. The KT Magic struck big time in the previous series, and no one is going to deny that they were the better team in that series. I remember there was one game that they definitely also should have won that it didn't end up, so like the series as a whole felt very KT-sided. Doctom has hit his stack, so that's nice.
Nice.
Maybe we get a crazy overextension from Hanwha Life. They all funnel into Doctom. He has flash.
Zeus has Death Stance.
I know. I didn't.
He just got his third item.
I know, and it's so broken. And Bessa with Death Stance is not okay.
It's actually crazy.
It's disgusting. But I think that the KT Magic, it was there, and it can come back. I just don't think we're getting it today. That's all.
Yeah, no, it's the magic only lasts for so long.
It does, yeah. At some point, what's the expression? You turn back into the pumpkin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that is in this case, they turn back into the roller coaster. But they always are the roller coaster, so I feel like the analogy doesn't really work.
Eventually, you realize the Easter Bunny doesn't exist.
Oh, hey.
You're like,
I don't know about that.
Yeah, true. I guess there are some of us out there, like Chronicler, who still believe.
Yes, famously.
Yeah. Famous
look
Easter Bunny
at the
enjoyer.
setup here. It's hard to approach, but they have to try and fight.
Well, they're going to seize Zeus at least.
Will it matter?
They're going to spot him as the turn. Yeah, Peter just flashing on in. They're going to engage onto pretty much anyone as the paranoia does come out. And now they're just going to turn on a Zeka who did Destiny into the team by himself. And he's just going to flash away.
Uh-oh.
And now they're just getting corralled. They're all running away. He's got a gold card out again as the slow is coming in from the Hextech Dragon Soul. And in they go. They find Doctom, and in goes Delight. He dies immediately. It doesn't matter. He already did his job. Perfect. Doesn't have the damage. HLE, they will be going to the grand finals at Inspire Arena with this one team fight. They crush the hopes of all of KT.
And Hanwha Life, for the entirety of the second half of the split, round 3 to 5, they were not in the same league as T1 and Gen G. And now they are undefeated in playoffs, made their way into the grand finals. And I mean, they're going to do a victory.
Yeah, they're not ending. Okay.
They're getting Nash. I think that's fine as well. But attempted turn here onto Zeka, just cleanses, flashes away, ensures that he can't be engaged on, and that's the end of it. And then obviously, if we get an actual extended fight, there's just no way to live here as Delight, another flash ultimate. Doctom not going to have the best of time, and I really, if they were planning on playing this more, I just can't believe that they're bringing it out, like the Camille support, because it feels like, obviously, there are a lot of circumstances that need to hit. But there really isn't that much counterplay when you have a little bit of dive to go with it, and that is something that, unlike the KT comp, Hanwha Life have in spades. As level 16 for Viper. And
they really are doing a victory lap.
I don't think this series is lasting much longer, Valdez.
No. 24 stacks on Majais for Zeka.
Oh my god.
GA finished for Viper. And yeah, the series is over. The game is over.
It's done.
HLE just having some fun. You know, they want to make 100% sure. It's not just fun, right? They want to get the Baron, they want to get the full push off and make sure they don't mess anything up. And make sure they book that ticket right here, right now.
For KT, they'll be waiting in the lower bracket finals.
All right, there it is. Gonna find Duckdom actually with the ult and absolutely shred them down. As Viper taking the turret, doesn't seem to care. He's got the GA. So he got another triple kill coming out here. He's just gonna realm warp out of this one. And as we knew, HLE gonna take down the series 3-0, undefeated so far in the playoffs. As Viper not able to get the kill. HLE will be going to our grand finals of the LCK.
And you see a giggle as well there from Doug, because what can you do? When Hanwha Life is playing this well, this team reigning LCK champions,